and safe. Students, as you all know that we have done chapter number 5 and your corpus has also been collected for this week. And first of all, before starting this lecture, every one of you kindly turn on your cameras or your attendance should be marked. There are so many students whose cameras is still turn off. Ibrahim, kindly turn on your camera. Mahmood and Raid, you also turn on your camera. Mubara and the ID, student ID whose same is Nurul Iman. All of you kindly turn on the camera so your attendance should be marked. Student, fastly do this. Maisha, you also turn on your camera. Students, until your camera is not turned on, I am not going to start my lecture. Ibrahim, kindly turn on your camera. Maisha, you too. For attendance, students, you must turn on your cameras. Almost everyone has turned on their cameras, so I am going to start it now. So as you all know that we have done till chapter number 5, so today we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter number 6, plants making food. As you all know that class 4, that the plants are the living things and they need food. As human beings and animals also need food, but they do not make their own food like plants. Like the human beings and animals, we all eat food. Like we eat food, plants do not eat their food, they make their own food. So here is a specific name for making the uh, food by the plant. There is a process. The process name is that photosynthesis. We will read in detail how this process will be occur, and in the result what the plant made and how they made, what are the nutrients, essential nutrients for making the food. So our plant, basically where the plant prepare its food, the plant prepare its food in its leaf. So the leaves of our plants take important role of in making the food. Here you can see there are in your surrounding you can see different types of leaves. Some are very rounded leaves, some are very thin and flat leaves. So in every plant might be their leaves are of different types, but in every plant they are having the ability of making their own food. Either the plant grow in the desert or in the arctic region or in the land or in the plain areas, these all plants has the ability of making the food. As our long variety of plants we have seen, as we are eating different types of vegetables and fruits getting from the plant, similarly the leaf of every plant is not as same. As we have seen, they in different plants they are having different shapes of and size of leaves. Some trees has very long big leaves, some are having very small leaves. So these are the few different types of leaves. So here is a structure of a leaf. What are the basic parts of a leaf? First one is that the blade. You can say that leaflet, the whole flat broaded area of a leaf is known as, where I move my cursor, this is a whole flat area of a leaf is known as a leaf blade or the lamina. Either we can use the word lamina or either we can say it's a leaf blade. Then the part where this leaf attached to the stem is known as petiole, or we can say it's a stalk of a leaf, or so it's a petiole. And after the petiole you have seen there are small structure like these are known as the stipules. And in the the main vein where this petiole joins from the leaf. This main vein is known as the in the middle one of the leaf. This main vein is known as the midrib, and from this midrib you have seen many small veins are further growing. So these veins are known as the small veins. Students, again there is a problem. I am going to reconnect my screen. So from this midrib, there are many small veins are further growing, and you can also see these are the small veins, and in these small veins there are also the very fine netted veins as well there. These are the major parts of the plant. So now we are going to discuss these parts in detail. So first one is a leaf blade. As I told you, this is a leaf blade. Hold the flat broadened area in the upper side of the leaf is known as a leaf blade. Either we can say this part, all the reddish part which was highlighted in your screen and you have seen it on your screen. So it is known as the leaf blade, or we can use a word is for leaf lamina. In the leaf, we have seen every leaf is in green color. Why the leaves is in green color? Because there is a substance that name is chlorophyll. Due to the presence of chlorophyll, the the color of a leaf is green. Chlorophylls are the disc-like structure which is present in the inner side of the leaf, which maintains the color of a leaf. And what is the function of the leaf? Due to the presence of this chlorophyll, they the plants absorb the sunlight in it, so they can make their own food. And also plants absorb water and absorb air in the surroundings for making the food. Next part is the vein. You have seen the main center vein. Again, I'm saying that center vein on a leaf is known as the main vein, or we can use a word is midrib. So before this midrib, from this midrib, we have seen very fine lanes, many small veins. And what is the function of these veins? These veins have small tube-like structures, and they supply the water, minerals, and food. Food is prepared in the leaves and water is collected through the roots. So these roots then transported through these veins to the various parts of the leaf and to the plant. And in the inner side of the leaf, students, there is a tiny opening. You can see, we cannot see it by own eyes. We can see it by the microscope. These tiny openings we can see very clearly by the microscope. When we cut the leaf and examine it under the microscope, we cannot see by its own. So these are the tiny opening, tiny holes through which the exchange of gases take place. As we all know that plants give us a large amount of oxygen. So how the oxygen is going to release? The oxygen is released to the leaves of the plant by these tiny openings. These tiny openings are known as the stomata. So these stomatas are present. मोबारा नो ग्रीन लीफ का कलर जो है वो पैरेट ग्रीन नहीं होता, वो ग्रीन कलर का होता है. और when the leaf changes the color, it's mean to say that we have learned that this leaf has done the process of photosynthesis. जब लीफ का कलर चेंज होना शुरू हो जाए ना मोबारा, तो उसका मतलब ये होता है कि लीफ जो है उसने फोटोसिंथेसिस का प्रोसेस डन कर लिया, उसकी जितना लाइफ स्पैन है वो पूरा हो चुका है, इसलिए लीफ का कलर जब चेंज हो जाता है देन दे फॉल ऑफ, और फिर वो ट्री से फॉल ऑफ कर जाते हैं. सो ये कलर चेंज बेसिकली इंडिकेट करता है दिस लीफ हैज डन द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस, के उसने अपने फोटोसिंथेसिस का रोल जब तक वो प्ले कर सकता था उसने कर लिया. उसके बाद उसका लाइफ स्पैन जो है वो एंड हो गया. जब वो एंड हो जाता है देन दिस लीफ इज गोइंग चेंज इट्स कलर एंड देन फॉल डाउन फ्रॉम द plant or the tree. So these tiny openings we have found on the surface of the leaf, and from this there's an exchange of gases will be take place from the environment. As I told you, plant give us oxygen from, and they absorb carbon dioxide gas from the environment. Stomata is the tiny opening. Here is the stomata, that is a very tiny opening in the inner side of a leaf through which exchange of gases take place, and from which the plant release the extra water in the morning. Those students who goes for the morning walk, they have seen the dewdrops in the plant. So why these dewdrops are coming early in the morning in the upper side of the leaf? Because of these opening, these small openings that are the stomata. Clear, Mubara? Now next are the petioles and the stipule. So what are the, you can see petiole, we can say the stalk. This is a stalk of the leaf, and we can say it's a petiole. So from this petiole, the leaf which made the food is going to be transported. You can see the red area and the blue dots are indicate the presence of water in the leaf, and it's that this is a stamp of a stamp of a plant. And then these water is these drops are going to show us that these food in this food, the water and the food of the leaf, how these they transport and carry into various part of the plants. Like these, the water is moving in the leaf, and then they are carried out into the stems and the various part of these plants. So these tapules, I move the cursor here, are these two tiny uh, parts are known as stipules, and they are small leaf-like pears, and they found at the base of the petioles. We have seen at the end, at the base, at the beginning of the petiole, we have seen these are the stipules. So students, till yet we are going to do, and one by one I'm going to recall the student name. He or she is going to turn on their mute. He is going to unmute themselves and then do reading from the page number 41. And first student who is going to continue is Fazan. Fazan, kindly unmute yourself. Where is your book, Fazan? Yes, Fazan, continue from page number 41 from the beginning. Fazan is not giving any response. So moving forward to the Abdullah, yes. Abdullah, yes, is also not going to respond. So moving forward to Usman. Yes,
Assalamualaikum, teacher.
Walaikum Assalam, Usman. Continue from
When
page number
you
41.
making food, when you feel hungry, you eat food. Animals too eat food when they feel hungry. Things, living beings need food to live. Plants also need food to live. But unlike animals, they do not eat food. Instead, they make their own food. A plant prepares its food in its green leaves. Part, parts of a leaf blade. The, the flat broad surface of the leaf is called the leaf blade. It helps to trap the maximum amount of sunlight in
Thank you, Usman. Next will be continued by Abdul Subhan. Abdul Subhan, kindly unmute yourself and continue where Usman has left. Walaikum Assalam.
Veins. The main veins run
Veins.
veins. The main vein runs along the center of the leaf. It is called the midrib. Midrib.
Midrib.
Midrib. It has a number. It has a number of side veins. The veins are small tubes that supply brought by
Supply
the
water.
water brought by the stem and branches to all parts of the leaf. They also take the food prepared by the leaf to the stem, which supplies the food to the other parts of the plant.
Thank you, Abdul Subhan. From page number 42, the next student who is going to continue is Fatima. Fatma, unmute yourself. From page number 42.
The leaf has minute pores or opening for
It's
stomata.
not minute, it's minute.
The leaf has minute pores or opening called stomata. There are more stomata on the lower surface of the leaf. Air enters and passes through these stomata. Water vapors
Okay.
are two
R2.
Water vapors too are released through these stomata.
Okay, thank you, Fatma Mubarak. Continue. Mubarak, kindly unmute yourself.
Petiole. The petiole or the stalk of the leaf attaches the leaf blade to the stem. It helps in the supply of water and food similar to the stem. Sepals. Sepals are a small leaf-like pair that are found at the base of the petiole of many flowering plants.
Okay, till yet we are going to finish because it's a new chapter and many of the students has given their books to the school. So we are going today we are going to end till yet, and in this page below the stipule there is a now you know and that is visible on your screens too. So you are going to fill it. The first one, the flat broad surface of a leaf is called as the leaf blade. Here I have written the leaf blade. Fill it on your books. And student, while doing your classwork, your handwriting should be neat and clean. Do your work fastly, but do your handwriting should be neat and clean. Second one is that the main vein of the leaf is called the dash midrib. The last one, the minute pores on the leaves are called the stomata. Again, I am repeating. Now you know that in the first one, the answer is leaflet. In the second, the answer is midrim. In the third one, the answer is stomata. Again, students, I am saying that do your work with a very neat and clean handwriting. So it's very easy for me. So I can check your work very easily. If you do your work with very pathetic handwriting, so it's very difficult to me to check your work. So students, here is your homework, and many of you were not there on for your test. Like I didn't take the till yet. I didn't take the oral test of Fazan, Maisha. They were absent in my class during the test. So student, this is your on Thursday. I'm going to take your test of chapter number 3, and there is you are not going to suppose me create any thing that teacher we have submitted our copies and how we can learn it. So students, you are having notes. So and notes and as well as the books. Those students who submitted their books, kindly tell me your names in this class. So so I can only listen the question answers from that students, because you are every one of you has provided the notes. So one by one I am going to ask the question from every student, either they have the books with them or not. You are going to turn on your mic when I recall your names. Students, now you can unmute by yourself. I am going to recall the your names, and you are going to tell me that you are having submitted you have submitted your copies or not. First one is that Abdullah Yas. Abdullah Yas, have you submit your copy in the school or not?
No, teacher.
Abdullah, when you are going to submit it?
टीचर अभी तो मैं दादा के घर में हूँ, तो मैं कल कर लूँगा।
Okay, so you are having your book and copy with you. Okay, moving forward to the Mohtasim. Yes, Mohtasim, you are having your you have sent your copy in the school or not?
मिस मिस मेरा अभी काम थोड़ा सा रहता है, तो मैं सुबह के दिन करूँ
When
कॉपी
when you are going
सबमिट।
to complete your work, Mohtasim, and in the previous test you also said that teacher I didn't learn it, so I don't want to hear any excuse, and you must be there on Thursday class. Okay,
यस सर,
so complete your work as fast as you can,
यस
and then submit the copies into the school. Yes, Abdul Subhan.
यस
Yes,
Wait, Mohtasim. Yes, Abdul Subhan, you can say first.
yeah, I submitted my copy to school and I have only the book.
Okay, you are having the only the book. So you we have sent it to the notes, and you can learn these question answers from the notes. Okay.
Okay. I have the notes.
Okay.
मिस
Good. Yes. Yes, Motisam. Now you can continue.
मिस मैं जब काम पूरा कंप्लीट हो जाए उसी दिन करवा देंगे सबमिट अगले दिन।
Yeah, Motisam, as soon as possible, because in the coming week there is Eid as well, Eidul Azha as well. So we are going to check your copies as soon as possible before the Eid, and before Eid we also have to give your copies back. So as soon as possible, you are going to submit it your copies in the school. before Eid we have to check it, and also you have to receive your copies too. Okay.
Yes. Teacher,
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, Usman and Hamna.
टीचर आपने जो साइंस की डेफिनेशन थी, जो आपने मैटर सॉलिड लिक्विड के बाद कराई थी गैस वाली, उसके बाद आपने साइंस का और कोई काम तो नहीं कराया था?
Yes, we have done few works tomorrow as well. We have done the project idea of chapter number 4 on the books, and then the definition of solute, solvent, soluble substances, insoluble substances, and the solubility.
तो
These definitions
ठीक
we
है
have
मैम।
done.
और मैम हमें ईद की छुट्टी है ना?
Definitely, in days you are not having the class.
ओके ओके।
teacher,
Yes. Next, moving forward to the Zainab.
टीचर मैंने सबमिट करवा दी है कॉपीज।
So you are having your book and notes.
यस।
So I don't want to hear any excuse.
ओके टीचर।
Moving forward to the next student whose ID name is Nurul Iman.
टीचर
Yes.
टीचर मेरी बहन का नाम मेरे से गलती से वो ओके हो गया था।
Okay, so what's your name?
जैन वकास।
Okay, Zan, have you done your work?
यस टीचर आई सबमिट कॉपीज।
Okay, students. Firstly, you are going to tell me, and
टीचर
if you are having any confusion, you can ask questions from me as we are having only 10 minutes. Yes, Zan, continue now.
ईद की छुट्टियां कब होनी है?
I have no idea, students, when the government will announce. So, Zan, you are having your notes?